Welcome to episode 92 of the Reptile Gumbo podcast. It is just a studio episode. There's no guest calling in. Well, we'll have call-ins.
You totally messed that up.
No, I didn't. We have no guests calling in.
Okay, well, I guess that makes
We will have callers later.
There you go. Okay.
But we'll have no guest.
Gotcha.
We do have a guest in studio.
We do.
Someone stopped by.
Even though we're not talking to her because she beat us at phase 10.
Anyways, anybody that's not listening or watching, it's Ilana from No Drama. What? It's how I named
I
it.
should have used that skip sooner.
Anyways, it's the worst half of No Drama Llama Pet Shop.
Oh, whatever.
Wow, why couldn't we gotten Lily? Ilana.
I like Lana.
Lily doesn't leave the house.
You're gonna have to talk louder because you're not facing the microphone.
Because Lily's not leaving the house.
There you go. Okay. Fucking rookies not knowing how to use equipment.
Maybe I should just hold the microphone.
No, that'll sound horrible.
I love how you both were like, no.
We'll hear you every time your hand slides on the microphone, you bump it into stuff.
Okay.
Anyways, hey, it's Tracy Renee. This is our Thanksgiving episode because tomorrow is Thanksgiving.
Yay.
Tomorrow I get to eat lots of carbs and then take a nap while I pretend to watch football.
Are you coming to my house to eat lots of carbs?
I will make a stop by your house to eat lots of carbs, and then I'll come back to my house to continue eating lots of carbs at my house.
Cool.
I've got 4 football games to watch tomorrow.
Then you'll have 2 trays of hash brown casserole.
And a pumpkin pie. And some macaroni and cheese.
We might actually eat some hash brown casserole tonight.
You don't know. No.
Yes.
That is
I'm
Thanksgiving
making
hash brown
2
casserole.
batches.
Yeah, and I'm going to eat. You're going to be gone till Sunday. I'm a girl and boy.
He's just growing laterally, not vertically.
I didn't say which
Gotcha.
direction. I don't need people to clarify shit. We didn't have much go on this week.
Nope.
There was no shows for us to do. There was no. We traveled. We went and
There
got.
was no
we got our,
PVC delivered yesterday.
there was no PVC delivered. That was supposed to be delivered, and Robert did not have a great day yesterday.
No.
It was not a horrible day if you weren't waiting for PVC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The good thing is the extended reach forklift is still at the shop. They're just leaving it there
Until next week.
They're going to come put new forks on it Monday.
Shit.
So we used it a little bit today. I had to unload some plywood out of my truck, and I'm like, I can carry it from there to there, or I can use this piece of equipment that I
Just
paid.
doing donuts in the
$800 for.
forklift.
Yeah.
You want to go ahead and get our sponsors out of the way, Katie?
Absolutely. My phone locked on me. If you are looking for a high quality PVC rack, look no further than Lone Star Reptile Racks. They offer a variety of sizes for all types of snakes, geckos, rats, and more. You can even order something custom. Shipping is available, or you can pick up at a Herbst Reptile show near you. Visit lsreptileracks.com to reach out to Lone Star Reptile Racks and place your order today. And I believe there may even be a sale
There are.
coming up.
There is.
There will be.
Whatever.
There is.
It's going on now.
Oh, cool,
I actually started it on Monday. I just didn't tell anybody. I told one customer because she asked about it, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I should do a Black Friday sale."
So go ahead and announce it.
yay.
Sure, why not? It's 10% off any purchases on the website. Racks, and we put out racks on the flyer that James made for me today, but it's racks or
Signs.
cages. No signs.
No signs, just cages.
Just there. Well, it's one cage. I have one cage on the website.
That's true.
So it's 10% off. Use the code.
Capital B, capital F,
Yep.
2021.
That's it. I made it up and couldn't remember it.
It'll be posted on social media
Yeah.
soon.
Yeah, Black Friday, BF 2021. So you have until midnight Sunday.
Sunday.
So just yeah, that's it.
And then
Or should you extend it through Monday for Cyber Monday?
Yeah, I might do that.
Cyber Monday. But I made the fucking
You can fix it.
I can't fix it. I'll fix it. Cyber Monday, everything
I
will
might
be
actually
50% off.
Yeah, not. So
It'll be a big sale, 11% off on Monday.
my PVC will be here next Tuesday for sure, 100%. And it was all over a $600 fee that our forwarding agent did not pay to the Port of Houston, so they wouldn't let the container out yesterday. So they sent a wire transfer, but they wouldn't let it go until the wire transfer cleared today. And then they were already booked up today, and they're booked up Monday, and they're closed Friday.
But the good thing is, it is not in a container off the coast of California
No,
for the next 3 months.
no.
It came into Houston. So it is here on land,
Yeah.
and we will have it on Tuesday.
Yeah, I can't wait.
You sound so excited.
I am. I'm very excited. I know that there's a shitload of work to do.
Well,
but that's cool. I like work.
also, throw out our other sponsors, Wiregrass Exotics in Ozark, Alabama. If you're anywhere near Ozark, Alabama, the southeast corner of Alabama, go by and see them. They're doing a sale too. I can't remember what it was. I saw it.
It's on Facebook.
It is on Facebook. I should have pulled it up, but I did not pull it up. And Katie could because she has her phone, but she's not.
I will.
She's just going to sit there and stare at me while I don't know what I'm talking about. Thanks a lot, co-host.
I mean, I got to keep you on your toes.
I'm sitting down.
So yes, I had actually done that sale through Monday.
Oh, it is through Monday. So you can get your 10% off through I'll go fix that. It's through Monday. But Wiregrass Exotics, yeah, you can get your feeders. And Katie's going to look up what else you can do with her Black Friday. She apparently looks super confused at Facebook all of a sudden.
There it goes.
And doesn't know how to use a phone. And now I'm just rambling.
It wouldn't pull up
There
their
we go.
page. I had to get the page pulled up.
What's the sale?
I'm looking.
Buckner Crest Exotics. That's a new one. Hello, Buckner.
The problem
Reptiville,
is
it's a
they
new-
share
and
other
Reptiville?
things as well. So, Wiregrass Exotics pets and supplies. They're
Jesus Christ,
Let me start over. The Wiregrass Exotics Pets and Supply Black Friday specials are 10% off all dry goods, live feeders, animals all weekend.
Ooh.
Frozen rodents are buy one, get one.
Ooh.
They're also accepting pre-orders on small mammals. Black Friday specials will apply if you pre-order, and they are going to be open on Thanksgiving Day.
Ooh. Yes. So check out Wiregrass Exotics. And then also our other sponsor, Herp's Reptile Shows. There is the Austin Reptile Show coming up next weekend. Not this weekend, next weekend, 4th and 5th of December. That should be a good show. And again, new venue, nice, roomy venue. People won't be stacked on top of each other. So anybody vending that has vended previous Austin shows will be excited. You can also go see Corey Martin. Corey Martin will be at that show. That's her home show. And then December 11th and 12th is the Slidell, Louisiana show, which if you need to get anything for Christmas, that is your last chance. Well, that is usually a really, really busy show. Reptiville asked if we were from Texas. We currently live in Texas. Robert is from Texas. And Ilana, nope. We live in Texas. That guy over there is the only one from Texas.
I am.
We won't hold it against him, though.
Yeah.
We just moved here because the money's good. It's not because of the barbecue, I can tell you that. Or the chili. Fucking Texas. Beans going chili. Y'all are wrong. Anyone in Texas, you're wrong. Beans going chili. It's a magical fruit. It's in all the cowboy movies. Come on. And then beginning of the year is the Oklahoma City, Oklahoma show, January 15th and 16th. And then Longview, Texas, January 22nd and 23rd. And then Conroe, Texas, January 29th and 30th. So go to the Longview show, get you a grilled cheese sandwich and some racks.
That's going to be a good show. I mean, that's going to be a good show only
Because of the barbecue? Or because of the
it's
grilled
usually a
cheese
good show, but because of the
grilled cheese sandwich.
grilled cheese sandwich
Yeah,
truck. Yeah, for sure.
If they're not there, we're going to be really sad. Huh?
I think Sean said they're going to be there.
And then my birthday weekend is Conroe, which should be a good
Your
show.
birthday's on that Friday.
I'm aware of when my birthday is. It's my
I
birthday.
was letting it be known.
Thanks a lot.
Don't be a smart ass.
Anyways, also, since Victor reminded me of something, I'm currently in a contest.
Losing a contest.
Very much so losing a contest.
Is it really? I don't feel like I'm losing just because I don't have the most votes.
You're losing, James.
I feel like
You're not going to win.
fuck all of y'all.
This is all a waste of your time.
It's not a waste of my time, but it is for Snakes and the Fat Man. He's doing all the people that did the 15 minutes of lane this past year. It's a voting thing. You go vote for me once a day. The link has been shared on 5 million things that I'm on. Find it and go vote for me every day. And then
I try to vote for you.
Yeah, but I already voted. It's computers are weird. But what's so fucked up about it is there were more of us in the competition a week ago. And then we can't have nice things in the hobby, apparently. And some fucktard in Canada made a bot that started voting for certain people more times than they were allowed to and ruined and took a lot of fun out of the contest. But that has been fixed. They are gone. Now you can just go vote for me and fuck Antoine Hood. He doesn't need any votes. Antoine doesn't need votes.
No, because he's going to kick your ass anyway.
I'm afraid
Let's
of
see.
Antoine.
Whoa.
He's had a heart attack. I'm good.
Antoine is at 26%.
Like that. Y'all don't want him. He's going to talk about ball
Hold on,
pythons.
man. Hold on.
No
hold
one
on,
wants.
Hold on.
Forget the rest of them too. That are
No. Listen, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
That are ahead of me. Yes.
6. No, shut up. 7, 8, 9, people who are 0 or 1%. You have 4%.
I have 4%.
You're in a solid
Like fourth place,
Like-
fifth place.
fourth place, tied with Derling and
Fuck James Sterling.
that's it.
Am I beating Mary?
You're tied with Derling.
I'm not beating Mary.
Mary has 2%.
Oh, I'm beating Mary. Fuck you, Mary.
Zach has 1%.
I'm beating Zach Nava.
Heidi and Jack have 1%.
I'm winning. I'm
So
winning.
really, you just have Antoine.
And there's like 2 other random ass people. Some woman that
Don't give him false hope. Crest Exotics.
Alan and Denise have 7%.
fuck. They're from Oklahoma. How do they get votes
They have a good following, James.
in Oklahoma?
Your following is not strong enough.
All right, people. I need anybody listening to this. I need you to go to our go to my Simply Serpents Facebook page. You'll find a link.
It actually tells you how many votes. You have 80 votes.
some of them are mine for sure. I've
Two
definitely
Derling
of
has
those are mine.
76.
to pick up. Oh, there we go.
There it is.
It was messing up for a second. I look. It's not over. The voting is through the end of December, right? Or fifth, I think.
It's through Christmas
Christmas Eve, 24th. So everyone, you can vote for me once a day. If you're listening to this, don't go vote for ball python people. There's already enough ball python people out there.
I've tried to vote for you.
It's not my fault. I think
Chris says you're in third. Nope, fourth.
fuck you, Chris. I can still win this. There's still a chance.
Oh my god.
There's tons of Disney movies where
You only need to get about 200 and something more votes with Antoine getting 0 more.
I don't understand it. He's a ball pythons suck. No one wants to hear about ball. Even the host of the show doesn't want to hear about
No,
ball pythons.
but people like Antoine.
Fuck Antoine.
That's the thing is people like Antoine.
People don't like you, James.
I don't
People
give a
like
shit.
Antoine.
He owns ball pythons. I'll take him on. I'm not afraid of Antoine. I'll just run around in circles so he has another heart attack and I'll be good.
Oh my gosh.
Damn.
You're so wrong. And yes, Victor, we froze up. but
We did
we're-
freeze, but
I
we're
think
back,
We're
Victor.
okay now.
So yeah, there's that. Go vote for us.
There's no us.
Me.
There's
Just me.
you.
Just me. Look, if I win, everyone wins in reality.
But do they?
Everyone.
Do they really?
A full episode of non-ball python talk on a mainly ball python podcast. That's a win for everyone.
He doesn't really ever talk about pythons at all. So it
He
really
only has, but he has ball python people on, and they talk about.
I mean, he had Albie on, and they barely talked about ball pythons.
that's because he has a whole bunch of other things to talk about.
That's true. That was a very, very interesting episode.
That was a good one. I listened to that. Oh, speaking of podcasts, we listened to a new one on our trip to
We
Louisiana.
did, and so you listen to podcasts at 1.5 speed.
Yes, that way you can get through them in a timely manner.
Yeah. So this weekend we drove to Louisiana. We dropped off our child for the week, and we picked up everything that we had in a storage unit, as well as our fish tank, which is doing great.
Finally got all my fish. Made the 4-hour drive, and it's really longer.
But more importantly, all
alive.
20 boxes of my Christmas decorations are here.
That's not important. My one lone little neon tetra that I thought would die on the way.
It's
He's
doing
doing fine.
great.
He's doing
It's
great.
doing great. But anyway, so you're listening, and I'm like, oh, that's cool. And then we're like, what, 5 episodes in, and you decide we're gonna listen to this guy at normal speed.
Okay, first off, okay, you're out of order.
I can't do his voice at normal speed.
So the podcast is, and I'll say it because I don't. The podcast is Reptile Entrepreneur, which I like it. It's a Reptile.
Yeah.
It's very
it's
good content.
Really
And on-
informative.
And on 1.5 speed, he's amazing. We did slow it down to regular speed, and his cadence is very slow. But at 1.5 speed, I would definitely recommend anybody listen to it. But then we thought what it would be like to listen to our podcast slowed down. So we pulled up our latest podcast with JT Tomlinson from Reptile.
JT already has a very slow cadence as it is.
Well, and then we put it on half speed.
Oh, Jesus.
it was
And on-
freaking-
on half speed, We it's not like that. That would be like a tortoise or something like in a cartoon. No, we sound fucking drunk and high.
Well, maybe I was.
It's very, very slow.
I don't drink, though.
All of
Yeah.
our words slur together.
Yeah, so for everyone that goes to the herp shows that really wants to see what I would sound like or how I would act drunk, I feel like if you listen to our podcast at half speed, 100%,
Oh, man,
because my laugh,
It's fucking hilarious.
Oh my!
There's at one point you and I
gosh.
start singing the theme song, but it's
at
half speed, and so we both just sound drunk trying to sing,
Oh,
sing the
man.
theme song.
What movie is it where Will Ferrell gets shot in the face?
Oh, in the face.
No, that's a different one.
That's
In the face with the Trent gun and everything. He's
old school, isn't it?
Yeah, it's an old school, and he falls in the pool. Yeah,
That. Yeah.
that's what it would seem like.
Because that's a
Fabulous.
what's his Stifler is the animal control guy and shoots him in the face.
Yes, when he shoots him. Yeah, that's it. I love that.
Oh, but yes, go check it out. Don't listen to the whole thing; it'll drive you nuts to try to listen to us the entire thing at half speed. But yeah, it's fucking hilarious.
We were crying. We were laughing in the car
It's-
so hard.
It's fun.
Fabulous.
At some point, it sounds like Robert. It sounds like you're in like Fast Times at Ridgemont High or something. You just stoned out of your mind over there talking. So that was just normal.
Sounds great to me.
But anyways, Reptile Entrepreneur. I listened to that podcast. It was really good. I enjoyed it.
I learned a lot listening to it.
Well, he does. He doesn't really talk so much about like reptiles and like keeping more the business side because that's the name of it. And he talks about using social media. He talks about had a really cool one on patents, how to get a patent for stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Because he also builds cages and he builds
Chameleon cage.
chameleon cages and these chameleon ledges for being able to attach things in the cage, like pots and stuff higher up. So that was really good. Yeah, Tracy was the one that told me about it. So there's
Patents are pretty much pointless these days, unless it's a big thing like the hybrid ARS hybrid. You know, he got a patent on that because it is so specific.
yeah,
But
they're not
there's
complete. It depends on what you get. Because listening to it,
Mhm.
you can get the what's the easier
Utility
one?
patent.
Utility patent, or the was it function. What's the other one? There's one that's easier to get. No, but
That's the one that I napped through, so I'm no help.
But there's two types of patents. Anyways, it was a very interesting. He had a patent lawyer on there, his patent lawyer for his cages, and listening to him.
utility, design, and plant are the three types.
Design, I think, is the easy. Utility is function.
Yes.
If it's going to be used for that thing. But the patent lawyer was very interesting. Listen, he kind of told you what you needed to have ahead of time before you went to try and get a patent. And he asked them on their own point, said, can you get a patent yourself? He goes, sure you can. And then he basically went on to say why you shouldn't.
Yeah.
There's so many things you'll fuck up and not be able to do.
Yeah.
So go check
You'll
out.
wait 3 years and then realize you forgot to dot an I.
Yeah.
And they'll kick your shit out.
So go check out
Kinda like
Reptile
they-
Entrepreneur Podcast.
Kind of like they won't let take your containers out of the port until you talk to 14 people.
That sucked.
And he called 47 times yesterday before they answered the phone.
Oh my god.
47.
47 times before they answered the phone.
I do remember at one point just sitting there with it, with just like the ringing. It was never
Mhm.
picking up. But I want to say I watched some YouTube stuff. This week has been weird because we're out of school because of Thanksgiving break. My whole weekend is odd. Let me see what reptile stuff I watched. I know I did watch some stuff. I watched a lot of non-reptile stuff too. Oh, DM Exotics, Dan Malaria. He's he went back to Thailand. I want to say because he's moving over there. He's moving his whole thing over there. It's where his wife's from. I think that's man. I watched a lot of non-reptile stuff this past week during YouTube time. Everybody, if you listen to here, you know when YouTube time is.
Oh my god.
What?
Nothing.
Everyone uses YouTube time.
That's not when I YouTube.
That's your TikTok time?
No, it's usually just Facebook.
That's my YouTube time. Oh, look, Sean Gray's here. Happy Thanksgiving.
Hey, Sean.
Happy Thanksgiving to you too, Sean. We had a whole bunch of other stuff I want to talk about. My mind went blank. Oh, let's go and pull up our question for this week.
It's freezing in here.
It is not freezing in here. It feels amazing. You're
How
the
hot
only
do you
one
keep
cold.
your house? It's not a trick question.
Elon, she doesn't have a thermostat. She has no idea.
Thermostat.
Oh my god. I forgot Kerrville. I don't do that kind of shit out there.
I can tell you right now, the heater's on.
The heater's on. It's fucking 70 something degrees outside.
You guys are crazy.
Fuck that shit.
It is not 70 degrees outside.
Yes. It may not be this very second, but it was definitely 70 something degrees today.
It's 63 in there right now.
Outside?
Yeah.
In Kerrville.
Yeah.
63 is comfortable.
The high was 72.
Yeah.
See, it was at 72 today.
The high here was 76.
Victor said, I saw TK2 today. What's TK2?
Hi, Sean.
I don't know what TK2 is. I should. I feel like I should.
I want to go see the new Ghostbusters movie this weekend.
Oh,
That's happening this weekend.
yeah. Sorry, Katie.
Go ahead.
Apparently, they They have a really good tribute to Harold Ramis,
Oh, sweet.
and of course Bill Murray's in it. So
Yeah.
Bill
all
fucking
three,
Murray.
All three of them are in it.
Yeah, they're all in it.
Yeah.
I think even what's his name?
44.
The little dude, Rick Moranis. is
Rick
in it.
Moranis.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome because he's been
Well,
MIA for a long time.
well, his wife died, and
He became a father. They wouldn't be a
He-
father. And
Yeah,
Oh
he got
yeah,
family.
100%.
then but now the kids are grown, so he's been supposedly working on some more projects.
it's interesting. Some of the actors you've seen that have like they just walked away.
Garth Brooks did it.
Well, what's his name? Freddie Prinze Jr.
Mhm.
got married. He decided to be the stay-at-home dad.
Yeah.
And what's her name? Kept on with her acting career.
Yep.
So, anyways,
So he said, "I'm not going to work anymore. You go make money, and I'll stay home."
Yeah.
Perfect.
worked out great for him.
I'd do that in a heartbeat.
So our question this week was: what is something you have in your collection, live or not, that you are thankful for, or thankful that you are thankful you have? I didn't write it, so that's why.
I was about to say,
I don't know where
it
Buckner Crest-
totally made sense when I wrote it.
Okay.
It didn't when you read it just now.
I don't know where Buckner Crest Exotics is, but it was 44 there.
Fuck that.
I'm good with. I love that. It's
Are
gonna
you
be,
kidding me? That sounds perfect.
Yeah, it's supposed to be 44 here as the low on Monday.
No,
or
I
Saturday.
want
Friday.
low
Friday.
60s to high 50s.
Eh.
Oh, Tiger King 2.
Oh, Tiger. I'm not watching.
Oh, I didn't watch
I'm
the
not
first
watching
one.
the first
I
one.
heard-
Not watching the second one.
Joe Exotic's got like stage 3 or 4.
Oh no,
prostate
you don't
cancer.
say. That's anyways.
Washington State.
Hey, that's where Ilana's from. So, and then she moved to Texas. She realized no one wants 44 degrees. So let's see. Brandy Quinn says she's thankful for her sweet Hercules. He's a granite tokay gecko. I wish I had a friendly tokay gecko. And I know like Sean's probably listening going, they exist, but I've yet to see one. And I see here that Brandy's petting this one, but I feel 2 seconds after this picture was taken, that thing latched onto her finger.
No, because I've seen videos with that particular one before. And
It's
he's
Photoshop.
super chill.
No, it's Photoshop. It's not real. They're all evil. Lance
It's
Kirk.
like pine snakes, right?
No, I'm amazing. It's everybody else's. That's their problem.
See?
Lance Kirkman said finally was able to get a crawl cape boa. It was the first island boa I fell in love with. No one had babies, and hours before the fiance fell in love with a cocker K. Utterly blessed. I finally found a crawl for the collection. I've never been a big. I love boas, but I've never been a big. The only island boa I really like are hog island boas because they're hypo. They're naturally hypo and they're orange. But the other ones are cool. I knew Ashley. So Ashley Howdy said thankful for everyone, especially Dex. I've put many hours of work in socializing him since he was imported from the Netherlands. Even though he can still be an ass, I'd say he's pretty cool. And that's her black dragon.
Who? Ashley?
Ashley.
Yeah.
So that's her black dragon. But she also has a croc monitor, which I noticed that she didn't say he's super friendly and she can hold it. So
Wonder why.
our buddy Tracy Renee said, I'm so very thankful for the reptiles she still has, because we all know that we talked about this before. She went through the house fire. So anything she still has is kind of a blessing at that point. So I get that. This is Elena person. But I'm thankful for Greed, my Burmese python. He's 10.5 feet and super sweet. Whoever that chick is, never heard of her.
Oh my gosh.
Emily Amanet said, I'm thankful to have all my animals, but extra thankful for my girl Squash. She's the most dog-like reptile and fills the whole Sorry. If you stop there, it's really awkward, isn't it?
Shame.
She's the most dog-like reptile that fills the hole I have of wanting a dog.
Is it a Savannah monitor?
No, it's a blue-tongued skink.
Oh, okay.
But-
It's a cool name.
but
I like
Emily-
Squash.
Emily, in the future, I'd reword that.
The furless slinkies.
What? What'd you just call? That sounds dirty. Oh, check out this furless slinky.
They call ferrets slinkies.
Check out my furless slinky. All right, so Ross Deacon may have one of the coolest. His African spotted eagle owl.
Oh, that's cool.
That is cool. I knew a guy that had an eagle owl once. They're really neat. James Ware said his lychee, Gila, and all of his pokies. What are pokies? I don't know what a pokey is.
Pokemon?
I was going to say, it makes me think of Pokemon.
I don't think he's
But I
talking
don't think that's
Pokemon.
the right answer.
I am jealous of a Gila, though. I would love to have a Gila monster. Dusty Trehan said his speckled kings. My speckled king's pretty cool. Sean Gray
Okay.
said tarantulas. Oh, okay.
Gotcha.
Pokey. It must be a scientific name, some sort of genus or something. Victor said Pokeballs. I don't think he's talking about ball pythons. I hope not. I'm hoping very few say they're thankful for their ball pythons. Chris Jabbar said, I'm grateful for all my animals. However, I feel extremely grateful to have the group of MIA jungles. They are, in my opinion, some of the best looking carpet pythons we have in the States and have a very good personality to match. Just all around wonderful animals to keep. You posted a picture. It's very pretty. Carpet.
That's a really cool looking tarantula.
What is it called?
The pokey tarantula.
There's no way it's just called a pokey tarantula.
No, well, no,
It's got to be like a genus name or something.
Yeah, like I'm gonna attempt to say that. Let's be real.
Okay, yeah, that's a genus. That's,
Okay, but anyways, but look, it's got like stripes on its leg.
so it's like the Thailand.
Sean says he's grateful for his herps family, and I second
yes, agree.
Yeah, I guess you're okay.
Whatever.
Scott Schmidt posted a picture of maybe a retic. I don't know. No, it's not a retic.
It's like
It's a scrub. It's a scrub of some sort.
Yeah.
Some sort. It was a small picture. I apologize, Scott. Once I actually zoomed in, I realized it was a scrub of some sort. Megan Kelly said she's thankful for her albino anacondas. So yeah, considering she's the only one that has them, yeah, I would be thankful for those too. Then that's worked out pretty well. Mike Kerman said, I'm thankful for the opportunity to keep all my animals with this. I'm gonna fuck this up. Asclepian, whatever the fuck snake. Keep real snakes. Damn it, Mike. Things I can pronounce. Sean Gray, fuck you and your Aldabras. Moving on. Rebel said, Guru. Fucking people in the way they name their animals.
Where?
Guratsuki?
Grazie. Like,
No, it's not Grazi. I know how to pronounce Grazi.
just call it that.
That's not what it says.
Most of us call Sky.
Ski.
Ski.
I'm going to go with its anime, and therefore it's not important. But he taught me that not all snakes are bad or even mean. Ski also has been a great learning lesson for the spider gene. His name means wobble in Japanese.
That's cool.
That's fucking hilarious, actually.
Yeah. Yeah.
What?
Just weird names of people name animals. That's something. But man, some of these things people come up with for their company name. It's like, hey, let's name our company something no one can fucking say.
Yeah.
Yes.
How's that work for your marketing?
Yeah, I know.
It's like when people name their kids weird stuff.
Or they have like an overly complicated logo.
I know exactly
Like us?
which company you're talking about when you come talk about the name. I'm not gonna say it,
Well, there's a few of them, but
but I know the one that we every time we see, we're like, what the fuck?
yeah, what? How did you?
Here's the thing, people. Okay, so and I make fun of I make fun of Travis all the time because his email is fucking complicated because it has to do with plants or something. But
Wyman?
yeah,
Oh.
from
Spooty.
Splendy. No, Splendy is the company that
Sounds
That's
like
Asplund.
sounds like
that's-
Splenda.
Splenda. It's sweet ass stuff. But when you're naming a company to sell stuff, and this is not a Travis, it's email, but we're going back to the company thing. Someone who's never heard of that shit's gonna have to pronounce it at some point.
Mm-hmm.
Just think of that. Maybe you should make something that people can understand.
Yeah, and like even me, I've learned since that I kind of pigeonhole myself by using Lone Star Reptile.
Yeah, but see,
Rats.
I don't feel like that's pigeonhole. I
Well,
think you
Texas is big enough.
but I don't. It's not even that. I think you can proudly say you're from
Sure.
Lone Bell. All right, Lone Bell. Oh, fucking Bluebell ice cream is global, and they name themselves after the state flower. Of the
Are they
state.
global?
Bluebell?
Forever, you couldn't get them outside of Texas and like Louisiana.
Oh, you can find Bluebell everywhere.
I grew up eating Bluebell in Alabama.
Everywhere.
Well, see, you talk about Texas, and we made the best fucking ice cream in the world.
It is the best ice cream.
Legit.
I'm pretty sure.
I hate to say this as a
That guy.
red and blue Texan, I love HEB's Creamy Creations ice cream. It is so much better than Bluebell. It's
What?
because ice cream's graded based on the amount of air that's in it.
Yeah.
Creamy Creations has less air, so it's smoother. It is.
So I'm not. One of my favorites is actually going to be
Ben and Jerry's.
Ben and Jerry's. I do like Ben and Jerry's. They put a lot of shit in their ice cream, and I like ice cream with a lot of shit in it.
See, and I don't. I like just plain simple ice cream.
You're
but-
boring.
Did you know that we have an ice cream delivery service right here in Fresno, and they
What?
deliver Ben and Jerry's, Breyers, and Bluebell?
Really?
So
like 5 minutes from here.
Breyers actually sells a lactose free that, in my opinion, tastes like regular ice cream. So that's
Oh, the blue
my
bonnet.
favorite.
Hey, all right, fine. That's a butter.
Mm-hmm.
I thought bluebells were. Isn't that the same flower?
Bluebell?
Yeah.
No, that's not the same flower.
That doesn't fucking matter. I don't give a shit. It's fucking Texas. Fuck you, Texas. But I'll
You
take your
live
money.
here.
I'll gladly take the money.
Oh my
One of these days, you'll have a Texas driver's license.
one of these days.
We're working on it. You got to do all kinds of shit before they'll let you get a driver's license here.
Which is crazy. I've seen people drive in Texas, and I'm pretty sure they never got tested.
I've seen people drive in Louisiana, but you guys have to learn how to drive on fucked up roads. So
Yes.
Yeah, no, what you see people doing, that's when they get on the regular road, it's very hard.
yeah.
Those bumps, you got
Dude,
it's
when
ingrained in you.
we were in Catula this weekend for that hunting trip with Logan. It's about 4.5 hours, South Texas. It's like 60 miles from the border. And yes, I know you have family in Dilley.
I'll
That's
just
where I
name
graduated.
random
Oh, yeah?
towns. in
Catula or
Texas.
Dilley?
Dilly.
Okay.
That's a fucking town in,
Yeah,
in Texas.
Dilley, D-I-L-L. It's actually a decent sized town. I stopped there at the come and go, not the come and go, the quick trip.
Come and go.
The quick trip. Anyway, I got in with like a group of gunners coming back. There was like 6 of us, and we were doing 90 on I-10. And they were like, the guy in lead was very aggressive. If you were doing under 90, he was like this far off their bumper, fucking honking his horn, getting people out of the way.
I've also realized in Texas that speed limits are a fucking suggestion.
It's just a suggestion.
If you're
It's
on an
optional.
interstate in Texas, 80 is the minimum you need to be going at.
Oh,
any point.
easily. My favorite part is when you get an 18-wheeler doing 60, and then another one decides he wants to pass him by going 61. And it takes like 15 fucking miles for him to pass him. And then there's 100 cars behind him, and everybody's just jockeying for position, but nobody's going anywhere. Yeah. And everybody's like,
Or if you're like that person we saw yesterday who just got into like the turn lane that was ending and just shot up the side of the road. So.
yeah, that was stupid.
Travis Wyman. So what he was thankful for, and this is kind of where I'm at. He said the rubber boas, years and years of admiring them in the Audubon guide, and then finally he got them. I'm in the exact same boat because I know that picture, and that picture is the reason I wanted rubber boas. And I now have 4 of them, which are going into the cooler probably tomorrow, maybe Saturday. I maybe move them out to room temperature completely and then put them in. But they'll be getting cooled down coming up. And then old Heidi Jack, as Chris likes to call him, Heidi and Jack. I'm assuming this is Heidi because Jack doesn't know how to use a computer. Said my green bottle blue because she reminds me to face my fears every day. I mean, I've got spiders too, but I'm not holding them. So I'm not. I guess if you're looking at them face to face, but I'm willing to bet she's not holding that green bottle blue. And then for some reason, Heidi has a picture of a snake in a tub, and my name is on the tub. Apparently, I live in a tub.
Must be an asshole.
It's a ball python.
Oh, that can't be me. Lavissa said her blue death feigning beetles for sure. I don't think I'll ever not have some in my collection.
So our daughter has some of those. She's had them since the Corpus show, right?
Yeah, I think that's when we got stuck with them.
She's kept them alive for a really long time.
They're a beetle. What do you mean?
I know, but I'm impressed. Like I really
They're a beetle
thought,
that if you get, they're the opposite of gremlins.
well, it's not like the
You get them when they
cockroach
die.
that you need to feed out.
Yeah, that one. I have one cockroach from
It's still alive.
like a month ago, and that bitch has not died. I haven't fed her. I haven't watered her. Katie's
I
like,
feel bad for her. I thought he was going to feed her out.
the male died. She's still alive. Katie went to hand me things. Do we throw this away? Sure, we'll throw it away. And then here comes the cockroach running out of the bedding. And I was like, nope, not throwing it away yet. Still alive.
So I'm going to tell my story about the Slowinski corn snakes this weekend.
Yeah.
We'll get to that one. I will get to that one.
Okay.
I think
Is that what you're thankful for?
That I didn't lay on the fucking thing? Yes.
let me get to
No, I'm very much thankful for having Slowinski's corn
Yeah.
snakes.
I was going to get to our things after I got
Not
to
loose in my house
everybody else. Dan Fox says super grateful.
anymore.
I was able to snag Riley's lone female popwin python. For those of you out there, that's an IJ. Fuck that. They're Irian Jayas. I've called them Irian Jayas my entire life. I'm still do it. But it was a popwin carpet. Not to confuse with the popwin python, which is a completely different python, which is why that name change is confusing as fuck. Victor, who's on here, said, thankful to have the animals I have and friends to share them with. Shut up, Victor. That's sappy. His animals and his friends.
Oh, just wait till mine.
Sappy shit. At least he didn't say ball pythons. And then James Miller said cataphractus. It's some sort of lizard. I feel like if you give me a common name, I know what it is. But it's some sort of lizard. I can see it in the picture. What is that? I got nothing. Girdled lizard, maybe? Armadillo lizard? Spiny.
Oh,
I could have somebody
cute.
Google it next to me if they would Google it for me instead of me just staring at this lizard, not knowing what the hell it is. But it's a lizard.
What am I Googling?
Cataphractus.
Spell it.
Yeah.
Sound it out. That's how you always tell the
I
kids.
got my Google up right here.
Sound it out.
Cataphractus.
all right.
Cataphractus you.
I got cataphracts.
I got cataphracti terminators, but I don't think that's
What?
Mine is a form of heavily armored heavy cavalryman that originated in Persia.
It's an
don't-
armadillo girdled lizard.
I was right
win.
on both accounts when I said armadillo or girdle. I was right.
Look at that one. That's a fun
that-
picture. It's in a
On
bowl.
that hunt we were on, we met another group, a guy and his daughter that were from right here in Meadville, and they're reptile people. And them fuckers found about a 7-foot long female indigo
Ugh, that'd be
while they
awesome.
were hunting, and he took some pictures and showed me. And
That's cool.
yeah, in fact the biologist out there said, "Oh, that's one we don't have tagged. Where did you catch it?" And so she was going to go out there and look
There you go.
because they're all, it's mating season for them, so they're around water holes. The males hang out by the water holes, so when the females come drink, they
Do they?
and
Do you have any? Do they travel like eastern indigos? Because eastern indigos will travel like miles in a
I don't
day.
know.
I don't know either. I don't know how related. I mean, they're obviously somewhat related, but I don't know how related Texas indigos are to eastern indigos because there's a big gap between where they are, and I guess there wasn't always that big of a gap.
The cool thing is that biologist got her name and number, and she got my card, and she's going to call us in the spring, or probably sooner. They're going to set up an outreach thing out there when they do their pitfall traps,
That'd be awesome.
and we can go out there and help them check pitfall traps. So
Yes,
James will get to see his Atrox finally, because she said
Yes.
they catch one pretty much in every pitfall trap.
I want to see an.
She said they'd get tired of seeing them.
I would never get tired of seeing them.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
One of the other hunters found one, and he showed me a picture, and it was
You show me pissed
clean.
off,
It was gorgeous.
pissed off rattlesnakes all day long. I'll go look at them
Yeah.
all day. So Robert, what are you thankful for in your collection?
The Slowinskis. I'm pretty
Kind of
happy
the only thing in your collection that's yours, right?
Well, technically they're all mine. I fucking bought every snake in that room just about. Yeah, that one, and
Your box turtle.
the box turtle's pretty cool, and the blue beauty because it makes my wife so happy.
Forget her.
Can I tell the story now?
Yes.
Yes, go ahead.
All right. So I get home Sunday, and I end up about 9:30. I go upstairs to go to bed, and Rachel was already in bed watching TV. She'd been there about an hour. Logan and Otis came up with me. They jump in the bed.
Also known as Lotus.
Yes. Jump in the bed to tell Rachel good night. And I walk around the side of the bed to pick something up. And I'm like, there's just one little lamp on. And I'm like, what is that on my pillow? And it moved. And I was like, oh, hey, Logan, catch a snake. And they both were like, what? Like both of them. And Logan's like, oh. And he picks it up and was like, that's one of the Slowinskis. And Rachel's like, oh, yeah, I caught one in the kitchen earlier too. That's downstairs. I'm like, okay, did anybody maybe go check to see if there's any more out? Because we got 5 of them. So they went and looked, and it was the 2 they had put in the ball python rack. The rest of them are in the Kluber rack. And I'm like, okay, let's not put them in the ball python rack.
Yeah, they're a little
again.
small. You can't put them in the.
But that
ballpark
means it
rack.
got out of the rack, out of the room, under the door. Went. Our house is like I mean, you've all been in there, but I'm going to describe it for people who haven't. It's a centralized stairwell, and when you come up the top, there's all the rooms are around it. So that means it made it around the stairwell, by the geckos, under my door, past the cat.
Yeah.
Through all
The
the
cat is the impressive part because that cat's fucking huge.
Yeah, but a cat would probably did not want to get up to kill it. That would have been too much.
So, and then up on my bed.
that's
and
the
I'm
impressive
like,
part.
Yes.
'Cause they're small.
Yeah.
They're fucking small.
And they're about a foot long, maybe a little less. But then that makes you think about shit. The other one made it down the stairs.
Into the kitchen.
And didn't get eaten by River.
Right.
The other dog
Was
down
in
there.
the kitchen. And
or Otis.
Lily actually found it, but I think it could smell the rats in the garage. It was following its tongue. I guess technically it was following its nose.
Follow your nose.
To try and
follow your nose.
we can't smell them, but I'm sure it could. So and what's funny is they were both trying to bite the shit out of everybody. Those 2. I guess they were like, I'm wild again. Fuck you guys.
Don't put me back in there.
Yeah. So
And then your box turtle is like 500 years old.
she's 42. Oh, she should actually be 43 in December.
Cool.
So she's 2 years older than I am. About a year and a half older than I am.
How long have you had her?
Be 3 years in December.
Yeah, she's super cool.
Yeah. I need to get
So-
her something better.
She's so active.
In the mornings when you're sleeping, yes.
Yeah,
very.
before
She will not eat. She will not eat vegetables.
she was so
She
funny.
just wants protein all the time.
Before when we'd come visit, we'd stay at your house and Logan would
Mhm.
kindly give up his room and let us sleep in there. It was funny because that's what would wake me up in the morning. Once
Start
the
banging
sun
against the
comes
side.
through the window, I'm normally awake anyways. But she would start moving around and she'd like start hunting for food. And
Mhm.
it was so fun to watch her be so active in the
She
morning.
loves a frozen thawed pinky.
Yeah.
When we feed the colubrids, if any of the baby corns or anything don't eat, they go to her. And
I haven't watched my Redfoot eat one, but I fed them to her.
Yeah.
And I'll put them in there and walk away. And
She'll
they're
like
gone.
grab it by the head and then stick a claw in it, like rip it in half,
Ugh,
and then go around and just hoover up all the freaking guts. And
that's gross.
yeah.
So crazy.
So speaking of that hunting trip, we didn't tell the story last week of your son saving a state trooper.
Well, because it didn't happen till this week.
Oh,
It
that's
did
right,
happen
this
over the
weekend.
weekend.
It was this weekend.
There's a restaurant in Cotulla called something steakhouse. What's that county?
Come on, Ilana, you're here for a reason.
Anyway, it's the county name steakhouse. Well, it's 60 miles from the border, and there's a hotel there where the state troopers all stay that are working the border. They rotate through. So with a Friday night, we ate there because in small towns like that, when you find somewhere good, that's just where you go.
Absolutely.
Friday night, we ate there, and there was like 20 state troopers in there. So Saturday night, we ended up meeting a couple of hunters. Turns out that this guy's from Royce City, which is up near Dallas, and he's related to my stepmom, who's from High Island, Texas, was down here in Galveston County. So we went and ate there again because they had also eaten there Friday night. And we pull in and park, and as we're getting out of the truck, I see two troopers walking out because there's like 15 trooper cars in the parking lot again. And these two troopers walk out. It's a tall one and a short one. And the short one just like jumps and walks on the air backwards. And then I looked at Logan and I'm like, that's that. I almost stepped on a snake jump. And then he grabs the flower pot and he's like holding it in front of him. And I'm like, shit, there must be a rattlesnake over there. So I'm getting excited, right? So we go over there and I see it and I'm like, that looks like a rough earth snake, but it's like 1.5 feet long. So I said, Logan, catch that snake, because it was kind of down in a crack. And that trooper's like, what? And Logan just reaches down and picks it up, And he's like, I don't know what this is, Dad. He's like, but it's not venomous. Well, actually, it is. But I'm like, so I look and I realize I see the cat eye and the color, and I'm like, shit, that's a night snake. That's super cool. I've never actually seen one in the wild before. So I took a few pictures. It never tried to bite him, never mussed on him, didn't even try and get away. It was just like, whatever.
That's
You got any
so
lizards?
Funny.
And that trooper was like, he was beside himself that 11-year-old. I said, hey, man, you never know when an 11-year-old's going to save your life. And he started laughing. So I went inside, and one of the other troopers was like, what are y'all doing out there? And I told him, and he's like, which one was it? Was it the short one or the tall one? I said the short one. He goes, oh, we're going to get him. He's scared of everything. So yeah, the restaurant has, up there, everything's rock and dirt. And it has like a bunch of rocks instead of mulch in the flower bed, big like egg rocks.
Yeah.
And there's a bunch of little lizards in there. And
Oh, that's a perfect place for it.
yeah,
It's all red dirt.
super red. Yeah.
It's terrible.
Yeah. It's all over my truck right
And
now.
it's LaSalle County.
LaSalle County Steakhouse. That's it. Yeah, the back of my truck has blood and then it has red dirt stuck to it right now because you have to field dress the deer in the field wherever you harvest it at and then bring it back to the check station. There's no water hose out there to wash it out. So
So field dress, you're just gutting it, right?
just gutting it.
Dropping the guts right there, and the
Yep.
coyotes are eating it.
Yep.
Or warthogs.
Yeah, warthogs.
There are
That was
warthogs
cool.
out there.
That's the first time I've ever seen one. That was cool.
A kid killed a warthog this weekend while he
Yeah.
was at hunt. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
222 pounds.
Warthogs,
Dang.
warthogs that they didn't put there.
No, they
Someone obviously did.
a neighboring ranch, but they dig right under the fences.
Yeah,
So
those things they dig for like yards and yards.
yep. And they have no idea how many are on the property because you don't see them when you do aerial surveys because they live underground.
Yeah.
Did
So-
you hear about the monkeys that they have out there?
Oh yeah, there's monkeys out there. There's like rhesus monkeys
What?
and baboons
Reese's like peanut butter and
No.
chocolate monkeys.
and kangaroos.
See, fuck that. Everybody's always freaked out about the reptiles that get loose.
No.
I'm way more freaked out about a monkey being.
Yes.
Like they're loose monkeys. There was some kind of research center or rescue center or something like that, and they kept getting out, and people like
See, but that's
used to
how
see 'em all the
I
time
saw
on
the
the
movie
road.
Outbreak. That's how shit spreads.
Yeah,
Fucking
I just
monkey.
watched that like yesterday. Yeah, there's all kinds of crazy shit in Texas. If it wasn't for hunters in Texas, there would be no scimitar horn oryx in the world because they are extinct in their natural environment. But we shoot them in Texas because we keep enough of a population up that we're allowed to.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
All right, Katie, what are you thankful for?
I was going to ask you what you were thankful for.
I'll finish up. I know what you're thankful for. Go ahead.
I'm thankful for my Mexican black king snake. But I one of the things that I love even more is that it wasn't just given to me. There was a lot of thought put behind that gift for me because
we
you
all knew
said
about it for weeks.
you said they reached out to you way
before
I
there
ever got it.
were ever eggs.
Yeah, and so
By they, it's Lily.
yeah, the other half of No Drum Llama. But yeah, just the fact that I have when I was actually showing her to Alana before we came upstairs, and she's grown so much, and it took forever, but I finally have one.
Are you gonna start feeding her?
No, that's your job. I have a calendar now. I'll tell you when to do it.
Thanks.
That's your job.
Thanks. I'm so glad you're grateful for the thing that I have to feed.
I'm thankful for you, babe,
No, it doesn't work.
because you take care of my stuff for me, and I just get to look at it.
I can also start selling your stuff.
Hey.
Anyways,
no, sir. That's a two-way street.
You don't know what stuff I even have.
Exactly.
I'm
so I'd
thankful
get
for-
way less for it.
I'm thankful for, like I said, my rubber boas. That has been a lifetime thing to get. I finally got them. I have 4. And in like 17 years when they're old enough to breed, it'll be great. But I'm thankful for those. And then I'm also thankful that I have 2 Louisiana pine snakes. One, that there are 2 Louisiana pine snakes that you can hold and they don't try and eat you, which apparently what everybody else's Louisiana pine snakes do. But the fact that I have them, they're endangered. They had no idea how many are in the wild. And it's really cool. I don't even know if I'll ever breed them. I'll probably breed them just because I want to see the giant ass eggs they lay. They lay like 6-inch long eggs. So that'd be cool. But those are the 2. I've got a lot of cool stuff in my collection that I'm glad I have. Like the Indian Sambos are neat, and
What about the Redfoot?
the Redfoot's cool, but it's not the thing I'm most thankful for. I mean, I like it, but it's not nearly as cool as having rubber boas, which are from like where you're originally from. Rubber boas. You can go up there and find. We can't touch them up there though. You're not allowed to mess with them, touch them, or keep them. So that would suck. But yeah, that's what I'm thankful for. So
What about our in-studio guest?
we read.
We did read
Elena's stuff.
Whatever.
She's the only person on earth thankful for a Burmese python.
He's getting a cool tank upgrade, though.
Yeah, we've been working hard on that.
I know I've gotten pictures as you.
So have I.
I remember that morning at Conroe, whenever she realized that all the ones she had meticulously sexed and separated, Lily had dumped all together. And then she's trying to sex them, they're just fucking biting the shit out of her, and she's like sitting there with snakes hanging on her hand, already mad because she's having to sex them. Yeah,
I had to have been at the register at that point.
Yes.
It was so cramped at that show when we first
Yes.
got there, and I was trying to sex him. There's everyone around. I was like, I just go home.
yeah. Well, that was when Brad took the wrong turn, and y'all drove almost all the way to Dilly.
No, that was a different show. What?
No,
No, that was Conroe.
I thought it was a different Conroe.
Yeah, you know what? That was a different Conroe.
That
Y'all
was
were
Conroe.
across from us.
They were on the back wall.
Yeah,
because Brad was there. Brad wasn't there at this Conroe.
Yeah.
This last one.
yeah. This was the last this last Conroe.
That was the one where someone who lives there literally took the wrong turn to get here. Like I don't understand. I still don't understand how that happens. How you don't know you're driving the opposite direction of where you need to go.
San Antonio is extremely confusing if you don't use GPS.
Well, see what happened is the AC in the van stopped working, so we had to
Mhm.
stop somewhere and pull all the animals out and wait until they could fix it, which took like an hour. And then we got turned around, and I noticed we were almost to Pearsall, and I was like, "This is not the right way." So we turned around and then drove like 2 hours back to San Antonio, and then all the way through. It was horrible.
Yeah. Yeah, when all the dirt started turning red, y'all should have been like, why is there so much mesquite?
I literally told Brad at one point, I was like, I don't think you're going the right direction. He's like, yeah, I am. I know what I'm doing.
Shut
And
up,
I
you're
was
just a woman.
And I was like,
Yeah.
okay.
No, that would not be Brad at all.
No.
I did have a freaking mesquite thorn go through my snake-proof boots this weekend on the bottom.
Oh.
There's one little crack where it flexes on your foot, and that thorn went right through it.
Well, don't get bit right there.
Yeah, I learned don't like hold my foot up at a snake like this,
Yeah,
like this, because
I do right where the
there
fang
is a
would go
weak
in.
spot in the bottom of those boots. I found it.
Crap.
Oh man. Oh, what did I see recently there was something on Facebook that I had wanted to talk about on here, and I can't remember what it was. It was something stupid that was venomous related. I'm sure to come back to me. I'm sure it involves idiots in Florida.
You know what I was a little disappointed in?
No, I don't. What?
So I cleaned the garage out yesterday.
Wait, and good job at that.
Yes.
James was helping me do nothing.
It was fucking
It's great.
awesome.
You know what I did when I
because
got home?
Nothing.
I went
he
fishing.
went fishing.
Did you catch anything?
Well, he did ask because I was almost done, and he was like, "I'll stay and I'll help." I'm like, "Or you could go fish. Goodbye."
Yeah.
So I sent him fishing because at that point I was almost finished, and I wanted to be able to say that I did it.
I love it.
But I did not find the first reptile. I didn't see any lizards.
Because it's cold lately.
Well, but they're all out in the flower bed. When you walk out the front door and you walk down our sidewalk to get to the driveway,
There's some little green and old.
Is that what they are?
Yeah, they're like that big, and
they are
literally look like they run on air.
so tiny. They're smaller than my pointer finger.
Oh, they're even smaller.
It's ridiculous.
Well, you can see them from a distance, and they almost look like they run on air, but they're literally running on top of the blades of grass.
Yes,
And
it's so crazy.
They're small.
And then there's little toads everywhere, and I mean that's an amphibian, but still.
Good job.
Yeah,
Way to go.
lots of spiders.
Speaking of spiders, I didn't talk about this last week. So I'm behind Katie. You can't see. I've got a pink toe tarantula up there in my acrylic cage. From
Thought we
Lone
weren't going to
Star.
put this out in the wild.
I don't care.
In case my
Out
mom
in the wild.
listens.
She's not going to listen to this. And my Lone Star Reptile Rex acrylic caging. And then I've got these two smaller Lone Star acrylic cages that I have jumping spiders in that both came from Lily and Ilana, actually. And
I blame you for this.
well, okay, so both spiders have laid eggs twice. Each of them have laid eggs twice without a male in captivity. Apparently, you can get knocked up in the wild and still lay eggs for forever afterwards.
Yeah.
Well,
We
the
made
one,
sure they were fertile for you.
yeah, thanks. That's how I know they're both female. The one, I've frozen egg sacs twice, and then one I knew had eggs. I was like, all right, let me get to it. I was going to move it to this new cage, and so I came in here to move them to the new cage, and I knew she had eggs, and they hadn't hatched. We're good. Then I went to go pick up the other one, and then I realized there were webs all over it and little black specks everywhere.
And little webs all over the bookshelf.
And
little
apparently,
black specks everywhere on the bookshelf.
my broad jumping spider, that's what it's called, broad. It's the Audax, but it had eggs and they hatched, and the babies got out all over the fucking book rack.
It's like Charlotte's
Bookshelf.
Web all over the bookshelf.
That's funny.
Yeah, and so I felt bad. I killed a lot of them, and the rest of them are all gonna starve to death or dehydrate.
You should have just let a bunch of little fruit flies out.
Yeah, that sounds like a great idea.
No.
Fuck that. So, but yeah, there were somewhere in the bookshelf are a whole bunch of babies, either alive or dead. But she had babies. That's how I know they're females.
Yep.
But
yeah, Joe was so excited too.
I do
She's like, Mom, you'll never believe what happened. And I'm like,
I do
I'm not
love these
excited about
these
this.
little acrylic cages that Robert makes for the jumping spiders are amazing. They're made out of quarter inch
Point
acrylic
2, yeah.
all the way around, whereas most of them that are that smaller size are made out of that thin ass stuff that if you drop it cracks right away.
Mm-hmm.
So, and they're solid. They're like it's basically a brick. It is a brick that holds your jumping spiders or small praying mantis
I love the one that I have Mira, my Mexican black king snake in.
Oh yeah, that's one of the terrestrial
She's
ones. I helped design that one.
absolutely- It's
Mhm.
so cool to watch her because she comes out a lot.
Yeah, you can see her a lot.
And so she moves in because her I guess it's a tank, technically.
It's a tank.
Enclosure.
It's enclosure.
It's right next to the crested gecko. And so the light for the crested gecko makes it just bright enough to where I can see her from across the room moving around. It's really cool to watch.
2022 should bring more acrylic stuff from Robert. I'm assuming yes.
Yep.
There are some plans for that to spread, but I would definitely suggest when it happens, getting some of these acrylic cages and stuff. The arboreal one that I have for the pink
Right now,
would be great.
acrylic's gonna be the only thing that's gonna be affordable, man.
That is true.
It is insane how much things are going up. I today went to order more screws, and they went up another
Again.
$15 a box. So
Yeah.
they've almost doubled in price.
Yeah, you're just gonna get emails. Why are you price gouging? Why do you keep going up in your prices?
Fucking yeah.
Those people obviously are not grocery shopping. I think I bitched at least 20 times when we grocery shopped about
Yeah.
prices.
Yeah, it was. Rachel and I went night before last.
Because I told
Man.
James if he doesn't start finding sodas on sale, he's about to not being able to drink them.
We'll just go pour. I gotta have sodas.
You can buy 2-liter bottles and start pouring them into a cup with ice.
I hate to even say it like this, but I don't even pay attention to what the price of things are. I just get them because it's what I want. But at the end, I'm like, fuck. Normally it's like $100 for groceries. It's
Yes.
just 170.
Yeah.
What the hell's going on?
That's exactly what happened. I
We did get a 22-pound turkey for $8 though.
That's crazy. That
Nice.
part's crazy.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it.
So, all right. Y'all talking about shit. I'm gonna hook my phone up. We're going to try something we have not tried before.
Bum, bum, bum.
We're gonna try taking calls from listeners.
from one of the 10 listeners that are still watching us.
Well, 10 has been our high number.
10's pretty
Woo,
good.
woo, woo.
We were at like 2 for
I
a
figure
while.
there's probably a lot of people that are getting ready for tomorrow.
Yeah, like I should be home doing.
I mean,
So it's funny. I'm also
It's
one of those that doesn't
okay.
care how many listeners I have. I'm just like, yeah, I don't care.
I'm usually a listener, so I mean, you just mark it up to 11.
There you go.
Oh,
Is anybody else going to watch the Macy's parade tomorrow?
What's that?
You're fucking kidding me. You are not serious.
I'm not serious.
It's not serious.
Okay.
Calm the fuck down, though. Jesus Christ.
So I watched the Macy's parade for the same reason that I watch hockey.
To see the fuck
don't?
ups?
Yes.
Well, Louisiana has a float this year, like the state of Louisiana. There's the float. It looks really cool. It's like designed to look like wetlands, and there's going to be some reptiles that are not real reptiles, but there's going to be reptiles on the float, and the design. It looked cool. I was in the Macy's parade my senior year of high school. Another reason I have a soft spot for it. What's that face for? Can you talk about it? I don't think you can talk about it.
I'm watching this video popped up. And first I thought he was harvesting caviar.
Oh God.
But then he was holding the male fish and milking them
Oh, yeah.
into the eggs.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if he's fertilizing eggs or if he's going to eat them.
Well, it has to be extra salty, I guess.
That's gross.
Not sure what's going on.
It's
Or why this is even on my news feed.
fish
Oh.
cum. It's what's for dinner.
Texas people.
Nope, they're fertilizing them.
Have you ever been to the sea?
The sea?
Crap.
Yeah.
No, shit. It's in Lake Jackson. Fuck, I've already
Don't know.
forgotten.
Anyways, so we're going to pop our number up on the screen, and you can call in and tell us what you're most thankful for. And some of you I know already commented, but you can elaborate. Call in and tell us what you're most thankful for as far as the hobby goes.
Sea Center, Texas. That's what I was looking for.
I have long time ago.
Forever ago.
Okay. Anyway,
also
back
live-
to our caller.
You know, I also live 10 minutes from Crocodile Encounter and haven't been there
We
yet.
need to go there.
Yeah.
All right.
Or it gets too cold.
Bam, our number's on the bar. So our number is 872-SNAKES-3 or 872-762-5373. Call in. We'll see how this works. It may or may not work. If it works, it works. If it doesn't,
One of you ate.
what? Any of you ate? I imagine Tracy. Come on, Tracy. You know you want to call
Tracy
in.
has the Kawadi out.
Fucking Kawadis.
I don't know how much attention the Kawadi needs.
Too much.
She may not be able to use her phone because Layla may require all of her attention.
Layla. That sounds like my head. Anyways,
I think
Well-
that Facebook user is Max.
we don't want to hear from Max.
Max
That's-
normally.
Max didn't
Why?
get eaten by a bear, so that let everybody down.
So funny. Just you, James.
Just you.
Just you.
Everybody. It's cool.
I like Max. I didn't want him to get eaten by a bear.
They could have stood him
Although-
back up.
Although Max did take a picture of me on my birthday that I still haven't gotten a copy of yet.
Oh,
Just
Max.
gonna put that out there.
Anyways,
Because he at some point will listen to this if he is not one of the 8 currently listening.
did you realize somebody put a snake up on our page for rehoming?
Did they?
Oh, that's getting deleted.
Nope.
And it's a ball python, too.
Oh, jeez.
Not even. I gotta figure out. Remove post.
I have Christmas related questions, but I've been informed this is our Thanksgiving episode, so I have to table those until next week.
Yeah.
James.
To a Christmas episode.
Selling a shitload of reindeer and Christmas trees. And
Those trees are freaking adorable.
tomorrow I'm going to cut some snowmen. Not tomorrow, on Friday. Some snowmen and some what's the thing that Rachel wanted me to get
Crisco.
from you?
Oh, the nativity.
Yeah. I can call in and like disguise my voice. Hey, how y'all doing?
There was a post from Australian Reptile Park. They got Komodo dragon eggs.
Really?
That's kind of cool. There was also, there was this one that Travis posted. It's of a sandboa, a Kenyan sandboa, eating a bird, which actually in the sandboa book, there's a story about them hearing a
Mhm.
thud, turning around and seeing a sandboa eating a bird. So, not saying they don't climb trees. Just like saying, we're not saying that ball pythons don't climb trees, but climbing a tree does not make you arboreal.
Well, and the Samboa didn't necessarily climb a tree either, and it caught it on the ground.
That is true. That is true. So that was a cool post.
Somebody's calling you.
Oh, they are. Oh, it's Tracy.
I heard your phone buzzing on the table.
Tracy, can you hear us? Why can't hold on?
Your
Wait for
technology sucks.
Chris Eaton's trying to call too.
We really should have tested this out first.
No, it's gonna work. Hold on.
Gonna
We gotta
throw
change
that
it
out
to the
there.
thing, and there we go. Now Tracy can hear us. Maybe
But we can't hear
Tracy.
her.
Hey, Tracy.
Oh,
She hung up. Wait, we heard her. And
I heard her for about half a second.
Yep.
and I hung up on Chris Eaton for that. God. Although I'd probably hang up on Chris Eaton again. I was looking at some of the things that got posted.
Sad day. We almost had it. Our first call in.
No, give up. We're done.
Oh, there was a lot of stuff posted this week on our page. It was a lot of stuff that involved reading.
Make sure you're paying attention to your phone, James.
I am. It's a voicemail from Chris Eaton because I hung up on him. So I'm sure it's entertaining.
Probably don't want to listen to that.
Call it back.
Live.
Oh, that's funny.
There was a thing about Chinese alligators posted on our page. I love Chinese alligators. I want one. Then there was, man, I'm scrolling through. There's a lot of stuff. I really should have read more of this stuff this week. Oh, there was a cool one of a picture of a cottonmouth eating a copperhead. Did you see that one?
Well, it was holding on to the ass end of the copperhead.
It was trying to, yeah.
So to answer Chris's question, no, we did not test this out because we figured.
Don't say you guys. James didn't test this out.
I mean, it's 100% is James's decision.
Tracy, try calling again. With that saying that we don't test it out, we have had guests on using the phone.
Using this technology.
That's true. That's how we had Alex on.
What? I'm not
Answer it. Answer it.
Just answer to Chris.
No, it's not.
It's our child. Say hello.
Hello, Joe. Joe. Why is this? Oh, wait. It'll work. It's got to change it over to the audio.
Are you there, Joe?
See, I don't know why it's not working now.
Call from Joe Lewis.
That was weird.
That's like
Chris said he was only calling because he felt bad because no one else was calling.
I don't care. Oh, there's Tracy. All right, we're gonna try this and see if it works.
Oh, Jesus.
Hold on, Tracy. Hang on with Chris again.
Send the voicemail. Press 2.
Why is it?
What are you doing?
I don't understand.
Oh God, James.
We're fucked. It's not gonna work this week. I guess. I don't know what's happening. Like it's
Call from Tracy.
yeah, and it's just call from Tracy, and then
To
it won't.
accept, press 1. To send a voicemail.
Except press 1. It hung up on you, didn't it?
And hung up.
That's funny. Joe just texted. It's not.
Can I go home?
working.
We're done. I'm disconnecting. Fuck it. We can't talk to y'all.
Sad
We'll figure it out in the
day.
future. The numbers coming off of there. I don't know. It's worked before because I've talked to people on there before. Apparently, it just doesn't like all you motherfuckers right now.
Yeah, blame it on the people that are calling in.
I'm blaming. I don't know what happened. Gonzo says, "Learn to work your stuff." Fuck you, Gonzo.
He should. I agree.
You know what? Technology's never going to work. It doesn't matter what we do.
Well, since nobody else said it, James, I guess I could go ahead and put this out there.
Oh shit.
We are thankful for the Reptile Gumbo podcast because we are forced to put up with you every week.
You're forced to live with me all the time.
It is a daily thing.
All the time.
You hit the jackpot with me. Just throwing that out there.
Yeah.
He did.
Hey, I got to make hash brown casserole later.
Yeah, you do.
So you better be nice.
My wife cleaned the house today, and it looks amazing.
She told me, she's like, you've got to come see the house before you leave.
Well, that's like
What are you doing?
one of the main reasons that I wanted to have Thanksgiving at our house.
I'm sharing our screen. Look. So Travis was that is a hatchling Algahani mountain dusky salamander.
That's so little.
Yeah. For anybody watching, it's on the screen. That is
We saw fish that size at some of the aquarium places
we
we
did
went
go
to.
to a couple.
Did y'all go to that place?
We did go to that
We went
place.
to
Pretty
two.
nice.
It is very nice.
It is that. Okay, so the place you're talking about.
Yeah, it's called the Aquarium Design Group.
It's 100% worth just going and walking around.
Really?
They have these amazing, like giant,
Here's the problem.
full aquascape tanks.
If I walk in there, I'm going to end up with a big ass saltwater aquarium again.
Oh,
And I'm going to regret it like I did last time.
It's nice.
that's where we're gonna go get our Cardinal Tetras from.
We also went to another one. We went to one in Pearland. There's a fish store in Pearland that we went to. That was really nice. Oh no, what is happening?
Darren, I'm assuming that probably eats fruit flies
Or something.
or like
Ants or
microscopics, whatever. is
Microscopics,
water.
whatevers.
I
That's
don't
very
know.
scientific. Microscopic, whatevers.
And then, of course, Tracy found that really cool Little Live Pets, which is a very popular pet for Christmas. But this particular one is the Gotta Go turtle. And it's a rainbow turtle that wiggles and then poops on a toilet and talks to you. So, everybody needs a pooping
What are you doing? Are
turtle.
you trying this shit again?
I'm calling Chris Eaton.
Oh my God. This could be dangerous.
Yo,
Hey, it's Chris. I figured I'd just call somebody and we'll see what happens.
Oh my gosh.
So we're joined by Chris Eaton from some other podcast with some
that
fat
you're
dude
trying to win a show on.
that I'm gonna win. I need you to rig it.
Yeah, right.
So if you
yeah, you need me to write a script
if you
like the Canadian douche?
if you could go ahead and put some sort of bot out there that just votes for me 50 times a day, and
Your own wife can't even vote for you.
yeah, I don't know what's up with that.
Because when I try to vote for him from my phone, it's
It
like,
says you've
thank
already
you for
voted.
your vote for today. I'm like, what the hell? I haven't voted today.
Oh, that might be a problem.
Well, I think it has to do because maybe we're on the same IP address, maybe.
Yeah. Well, are your phones linked?
Probably.
I don't think ours are. Mine.
But
and
if you're on the
Joe's are.
Wi-Fi at home and he's on the Wi-Fi at home and he votes for himself,
But even
Yeah.
if we're out in public,
No, I'd already voted for myself, so that's why.
who knows?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Just vote for Antoine. He's gonna win.
Don't
There
vote
we
for Antoine.
go.
Fuck Antoine.
I could vote for Antoine. That's what
Antoine.
I need to start voting for Antoine.
No,
I don't
Well,
vote
no,
for
it won't let
losers.
me. It won't even let
Exactly.
me see. I can't. It won't let me vote at all.
no one wants to hear.
You
more.
know who's crushing it too is Alyssa Leonard.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, I saw that. I don't even know.
Yeah, she really did good today. So yeah, it's interesting
I don't even know
to
that.
watch it, especially after all that shit went down. You know.
So last year's competition, you said also had someone.
Well, last year we had some dickhead who tried to. They were offering a $5,000 hurricane clown to anybody that voted for him. They would be put in a raffle.
Yeah.
And some of the contestants didn't even have snakes, worth $5,000. So how is that fair to them?
Well, and then he was a complete asshole about it when you spoke to him about it.
Yeah, he was just
Yeah.
he was a fucking jerk off. And what's funny is he tried to get on other podcasts to say that I was gonna rip on him publicly, so he wanted to beat me to it. And every other podcast told him to go fuck himself.
See,
So
I'd have let him on just to bitch about you, and then I'd have called you in and said, "Hey, never
we
tried."
could have done like MJ did with the dude after the freeze.
fuck it.
Let him on because he thought he was going to get to speak his piece, and he got told to go suck a dick by.
well, what's
Cusco.
funny is MJ was one of the ones that
Oh yeah, definitely.
basically he wrote MJ, and then MJ posted the IM
Yeah,
and said, "This is how not to get on Trap Talk."
yeah, exactly.
So speaking of that, I'm going on Trap Talk, last show of the year.
Are you?
Yeah,
I might have to listen to that one.
I figure let me try it. So, and being that I'm just self-promoting, we're having a Christmas episode on December 25th also.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be with Kabilka and Gobble.
Yeah, well, and hopefully you guys will pop in too.
Yeah, definitely.
So we're doing like a little 10-minute segments, and I'm hoping to get about 15 or 20 people on.
Yeah,
We're not traveling this year. It's going to be glorious.
Yeah, you don't have to drive anywhere.
This is my first year to be home for Thanksgiving, and since 2018, because we always take the whole week and go spend at the ranch. But since we don't have that place,
All right, here's my question, Chris. What do you do on Thanksgiving?
I spend an hour with my family, and then I come home to the peace and quiet of here. I have my whole family is Italians and Puerto Ricans, and they're just too loud. You can't keep 6 or 8 of them in a room.
And you can't get too close because you might get hit in the face with all the hand gesturing.
Yeah, it's literally it's the worst. And I have like an hour threshold that I could spend with these people before I get aggravated. So I have my sister make me, one of the big tins of shit, and then after an hour, I just say, "Listen, I have to tap out. You guys are too annoying," and I just come back home. I do that for my birthday, and I do that for Christmas too.
I love it.
We're gonna have probably 25 to 30 people at my house tomorrow.
Oh, gross! What are you trying to get COVID?
No, I just wanted my wife to clean the house. God, if she ever listens to this, I'm fucking.
I can't
dead.
figure out how you're fitting 25 people
Love
in
you.
that house.
It's not bad. Well, so that whole area where that big table's at, that's all cleaned out. That's all gone.
I haven't. That'll be interesting to see because that's been there since
I
I've
told
known you.
James, I'm like, you have to take pictures when you go over tomorrow.
It's
Are you gonna have like 25 card tables? At the end of it, and it's gonna go throughout the whole house.
no. we'll have a few fold-up tables, but I have 2 dining rooms, so
Yeah, you do.
No, he doesn't. He has a dining
Oh.
room and a snake
Robert's
room. That has-
fancy, huh?
He has a snake room with a table in it.
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
It's just-
Oh, that's right.
And Rachel is 100% not putting anything over those boas. She's
Yeah,
like,
she
if they
said,
don't
"Fuck
like
it,
them,
people
they
can
can
see
go
'em."
eat somewhere else in the house.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Well, I'm leaving in the morning to drive to Louisiana. So
I'm gonna hang out at my house and watch football, and then I'm gonna go get a plate of food at Roberts and realize, kind of like Chris, that that's too many fucking people
That you
to
don't
be around
know.
that I don't know,
Right.
and then I'll come back home and watch more football.
So basically, James is just going to look like a homeless guy coming into Robert's house, collecting food, and then
Exactly.
Yeah.
going
and
back home.
And the weather
Pretty much.
suck.
yeah, it is supposed to be gross tomorrow,
Oh, great. So now my
Oh.
food's gonna get wet.
which is I'm hoping it holds off until after I get on the road.
It's like 20 degrees here, and it's,
Not that
it's
you
just-
know.
Yeah.
You haven't been out there to see it.
He'll be outside tomorrow for a short amount of time.
Is it,
Open
All right,
your-
is
fantastic.
it snowing
Just
yet?
open your blinds.
Is it
It'll be
snowing
okay.
yet? Do you know if you looked out there to see if there's snow?
No, that hurt me that you broke up my, that you called me out on my one snow story.
Yeah.
Right. It hurt, but it's all right. It's all right. We got, I mean, Antoine already, beat me to the 15 listeners, and then the tortoises thing.
He did.
So,
That was
fucking-
great.
I'm cool with it.
God.
Doesn't bother me at all. So I'm gonna beat
Yeah.
Antoine. I'm gonna find me someone who can write me some software and just beat him that way.
And then you'll get
Whatever.
disqualified. Like that.
I'll get
Well, that's the
disqualified.
thing I was thinking. Really, like, how sad is it that this guy actually took the time to either write or buy a script to win a contest that the winning person is just on my dumb show? Like, it's not for money or anything. Like, why would they even spend the time?
Right. What do
That was what I couldn't get. I was like, you win a chance to be on a podcast that you could
For free.
probably get onto at some point if you just asked.
yeah.
Well, no. If anyone asks me, I immediately say no,
All right, I'm gonna tell
because
Antoine to
that
ask
just
you.
sounds like desperation,
I'm gonna get Antoine to ask you if he can be on.
Antoine, if he wins, Antoine was talking about coming to New York to do it live here.
Oh,
Nice.
there you go. That would be fun.
I noticed that he
I mean,
changed
well, it
his,
would be fun for me.
his where he lives. He doesn't say that he lives in California on Facebook anymore. It says Alvarado, Texas.
Oh, well,
I don't
he doesn't
think-
live there yet.
Yeah, gotcha.
Everyone's moving to Texas. Just
Come
waiting
on, Chris.
Waiting on Chris to get down here.
Yeah, no, I'm really, I definitely am thinking about it, especially since you could get like 5 acres for like $800 a month. Like it's just ridiculous. It's insane how cheap it is down there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, like when we went to dinner a couple weeks ago, and you were like, "They have burritos for $12. That's like $24 in New York."
Yeah, it was so like this is so fucking cheap. Because I got this, and what I was noticing is when I drove out to San Antonio, it was like a 4-hour drive, and all you see is fence, right? Like that's it, just fence, like
Yep.
4 hours worth of fence, and I'm like, who's paying for this fence, man? But like Donato has 1/4 acre, and it cost him $10,000 to put up a fence in his yard.
Yeah,
Okay, so who the fuck is paying for these fences out there?
I know someone
So-
that spent. They bought a pretty good sized ranch, well, not really a big ranch, and they paid like $2 million for the ranch, and then spent $1 million on fence.
I believe
Oh.
it.
Yeah, they
That
can
is
afford it
just
though.
ridiculous.
Yeah. Here's $1 million, so I don't have to know my neighbors.
Here's $1 million. Keep your ass out. Don't go
Right.
visit.
Right.
Don't.
Yeah, but the Texas fences don't keep anybody out, right?
No.
All they do is keep cows in, right?
Yeah. Well, his was more for his was an 8-foot tall game fence to keep.
Yeah, you haven't seen all the high fence. When you get to the high fence stuff where they're keeping in like gazelles and shit, so they can go out and shoot them.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, all right.
And then we eat them.
Yeah, I mean, Robert's son just killed a deer that they're gonna eat. That would be
I
a
saw
shot,
that.
right?
We ate some Monday night.
Nice.
How fucking badass was that? That
Oh,
your 8-year-old kid is just killing shit.
Yeah.
And fucking getting taking pictures for Facebook.
I mean, he's totally 11, but it's okay.
that was his 8th deer. He shot his first one when he was 8. We were driving in, and I'm like, "How many deer have you killed now, dude?" And he's like, 7. And then he was like, "Oh no, I shot that spike last year, 8." I'm like, "Damn." I said, I hadn't gotten that many, but I didn't get my first one till I was 12. And
I'm 48 and I haven't shot that many things.
Right. You move down here. You're shooting something. We'll find.
Oh, we're going out to shoot some pigs.
I'll shoot a pig. I mean, why not, right?
Right. It's like a cockroach.
Fuck those pigs.
Yeah. I mean, I like to use a big shell so they blow up when it hits them.
Yep.
You know.
You're supposed to strap tannerite to all the pigs and then shoot the tannerite off the pigs.
I've seen.
Yeah, you probably can't eat them, but it's probably fun to watch.
It is. Yeah.
Oh, my little redneck kids at my first school, I taught that they'd catch them, keep them for a while, cut off the nuts, and then kill them and eat them.
Yeah, fatten them up.
Not the nuts. They didn't eat the nut. Well, they may have. They were fucking kids.
I know some people that do.
Why does the nuts cut off?
So the meat in a male, when he has all the testosterone running through him, the meat is very gamey and not very good. And so what they'll do is they'll catch the males, they'll pin them up, cut their nuts off, and they'll wait a while for all that testosterone to work their way out of the body, and then they'll eat them.
And it also makes them not burn as much energy, so they put some fat on.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because they're not thinking about fucking anymore. They're just thinking about eating.
My ex's mother owned a 100,000-acre ranch in Colorado, and they had Texas Longhorns there, and they had this machine that cut the horns off, cut the balls off, and branded the cow all at once, right? So the cow walks into this machine like all fucking happy, right? And then fucking the machine makes a bunch of noise, and the cow just walks out looking like the most miserable thing in the fucking world, like begging them to fucking kill him, you know?
Walks out with no horns, no nuts, and now has a new tattoo.
Right? Yeah.
What shame as he goes back out in the pasture.
Right.
That poor fucking cow, man.
Yep.
So.
Oh, that's fucking horrible.
All right. Well, fucking, you guys probably have other people calling by now, right?
No. But we're trying to talk to you. So I'm not winning your podcast.
Our child wanted to be on, and her horrible father wouldn't let her.
Why?
Oh, why not? You're a shitty dad, man.
Yeah, I'm cool with that. It's fine.
Have a wonderful
guys,
Thanksgiving.
Enjoy your family.
Have a nice Thanksgiving, and
Chris.
I'll be thinking of you guys. So
Okay.
thanks again for everything, man.
Absolutely.
All right, guys. I'll talk to you later.
Mickey Meyer just posted a picture of Walt from Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
Like with a eyedropper thing doing chemist shit.
Doing science shit.
And it says green bean casserole enthusiast, carefully crafting the most fucking unappetizing side dish for Thanksgiving.
I do love me some green bean casserole,
Hate
though.
it. Oh,
It doesn't look appetizing. It looks like vomit.
I've never, ever liked it until my Louisiana Rachel gave me her mom's recipe. Hands down, my favorite green bean casserole.
I've never seen a tray of green bean casserole that did not remind me of some kid throwing up after school.
we have someone bringing green bean casserole cups tomorrow. I don't know. That's like extra work from green bean casserole.
Just so
I guess it's like individual
They're
cups.
little pipe things. And if they
They're
tell you to bring
COVID
ice,
friendly.
you can't cook.
Yes.
Oh,
so funny.
I'm just watching football and eating hash brown casserole. That's all I really want. Hash brown
I
casserole.
have
All
to get
about
up in
the
the
ham.
morning and put the turkey on at 5 a.m. And then I have to go like clean up the backyard and the front yard.
Think about this. Today,
You might not be, because the rain's supposed to start around 5 a.m.
listen,
Then-
today is the last day for a while that many people will have eyebrows.
Yeah. Yeah, because you get idiots that'll drop a frozen turkey.
Oh, the frozen
into a
turkey. You're
vat
going
of
to burn down
oil.
houses and
Oh, yeah.
that's the people tomorrow that are busy. Firemen are going to be so busy. The fried turkey, although is tasty, maybe one of the worst things we ever figured out how to do, because it has led to so many places burning down.
Well, now you have the oilless fryers, which are so nice, but you can't fry turkey over like 12 pounds of one.
We tried that once and it was fucking horrible.
Oh, they're so good if you do
What
it
is
right.
it?
The oilless fryer. Remember the Thanksgiving that my dad tried to do the oilless?
We were so thankful we had a backup turkey.
Yeah,
You
we
have to brine them because it dries them out.
Yeah,
And
he did everything he was told to do, and we did, and it was like, this is not that good.
I bought an actual roaster this morning.
That's how Joe has cooked her turkeys. Because so normally our daughter cooks the turkey. And she's actually cooked our Thanksgiving turkey for the last 3 years.
Nice.
And she uses a countertop roaster
Yep.
last year we couldn't even take it out of the roaster because it fell apart. Like she had like a 15-pound turkey. And the
That's true, it
whole
falls
thing fell apart inside. I'm like, all right, we're just going to eat it out of the roaster. It never made it onto the tray.
It was
We
good.
just put the whole roaster on. The problem is she finds a recipe she likes online, and that's how we cook it. We haven't had the same turkey for 3 years in a row. And the one from 2 years ago was my favorite.
The only turkey, if I have any turkey tomorrow, the only turkey I'm going to have will be at your house because all I have at this house is going to be sides because that's all I normally eat at Thanksgiving.
That's all he wants.
Besides,
I'd rather eat a ham. I know ham is traditionally
I
a
want my
Christmas
plate
thing.
to look tan, just tan all the way across it.
I hate turkey. It's disgusting.
You hate turkey?
Well, like
James
I
doesn't
make
eat
the
ham.
gravy with the giblets. Like I use the
Oh,
actuals.
nice.
And Rachel was like, I'd taken them out of the turkey before I put it in the brine earlier. I'm like, hey, can you put those in a baggie and put them in the fridge? And she's over there like, and I'm like, you realize you're gonna eat that tomorrow, right? She's like, yeah, but I don't want to see it.
Don't tell her that. It'll be
Yeah.
like our sushi night.
Yeah,
Or
Yeah.
where she enjoyed sushi until the minute she found out that
those were eggs on
They
top,
were fish eggs on
and then she
top.
wouldn't eat it anymore. She's like, this is so good.
she loved that shit. She
Yeah.
oh, this is amazing. I'm like, yeah, those are fish eggs. Well, no, I'm not gonna eat that anymore.
Yeah.
Fucking
Oh,
same shit our daughter does.
she does. Our kid will tell you, don't tell me what's in it if you want me to eat it.
Logan, same way. He loves cooked onions, but claims he hates them.
You know, it's funny though, because until I was like 9, I thought everything was chicken. Because if my parents told me it was chicken, I thought fried oysters were chicken until I was like 6. If they told me it was chicken, I'd eat it, and I didn't question at all.
All right, so on the screen, if anybody can see it, it's also posted on our group. Travis Wyman did post a tattoo idea. I'm not gonna lie, I think it's fucking hilarious. And if I wasn't such a bitch about pain, I would actually get this tattoo. It's a picture of a derpy ass Saharan sand boa wrapped around a butter knife.
What's the purpose of the butter knife?
So
I had to ask too.
yeah, like there's the old school tattoos of like the viper wrapped around like an actual like knife, big sharp blade.
Like a
Like
dagger?
a sword. or
yeah, like a
dagger.
sword or dagger, and it looks like tough. And this is a derpy ass Saharan sand boa wrapped around a butter knife.
That's
It's
funny.
great.
That's
I
pretty
fucking
funny.
love that.
Sean even said he'd pay for
I
it.
did. I do.
He won't. He's
I won't get it.
sensitive.
But I hate that because I do like the tattoo.
John Grant said he'd get the tattoo.
John
Yeah.
Grant would get the tattoo, but so
Well, Travis posted the video about the cartoon about the frogs.
about the
about
frog
the-
wanting the water that turns them gay.
Yeah, and I was like, I messaged him because I was like, I don't
I
understand.
explained it to you.
And well, apparently there's a video that's anyways. I
Yeah,
felt
the
like I-
extremely conservative dude just talking about.
Well, it's Alex Jones.
Yeah.
It's fucking insane.
He's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The water that makes you gay.
Probably
Although the remix version of that was pretty funny. It was a remix where they basically just took clips of his conversation,
Mhm.
and yeah, that was
probably the best 2 Joe Rogan episodes ever are the 2 times Alex Jones was on, because it is 3 hours of fucking crazy. And when you listen to it, because that guy talks, he never finishes a sentence.
Yeah.
Never finishes a thought. It just moves on to the next one like mid thought, and you're just sitting there like, holy shit, this guy is insane. And I don't buy into any of his crap.
That's
But
how I felt watching the video link. Travis was like, just watch the first 15 seconds and you'll
Yeah.
understand.
I knew what it
And,
was
like,
as soon as I saw it.
45 seconds in, I'm
Mhm.
like, I don't even know what's going on right now. Like, I just had to turn it off.
Dude, if one more person posts this stupid picture of them brining their turkey in the bottom drawer of their fridge, thinking they're being clever, it's like it's like the red diamond rattlesnake next to the weed plant.
Oh yeah.
Everybody's posting it like they're some kind of original.
What kind of snake is this?
Yeah.
Did you see the picture I posted earlier about people using cookie sheets to create layers
Oh, that
on
was
their
actually cool.
shelves?
I do like that one.
Oh yeah.
My mom was like, no, don't use a cookie sheet. It's weak. She was like, use a cookie tray, like a pan.
Mhm.
Those are stronger. They work better. I'm like, of course you would know how to do this. You had 7 kids
All right,
that
so
lived in your house.
I want to cover some stupid people of the internet. Most of it's going to come from our conversations between me, you, and JT.
Yeah.
But the one that I love the most was a guy that picked up a Mojave female ball python from Snake Discovery for $35. So it was probably one of their rescue type deals. And then he posts the picture. And of course, as anyone else who buys a ball python from someone, they never believe what they actually say is in it. And wanted to know if it was she is super, or what was it? There were a couple things. One if it was mixed with anything, and then said it was super, super smooth compared to the other 2 ball pythons, and thought, could it be scaleless? With that said, there's a picture of the snake posted with fucking scales. You can see.
You sent this to me, and
Yeah.
you're like, "What do you notice in this picture?" I'm like, there's scales.
Scales.
You're like, yes.
Oh, people are fucking idiots. I'm trying to find some of the other crazy shit from this week. There were a lot of it.
ISO cheat boas or if a ball python not normal but morphs.
Oh, there's some pictures of some kid holding a dead deer. The picture of Logan with his deer.
Yep.
Oh, this one. I saw this one float around, and then you saw people commenting thinking it was real. There was a fake post about the state of Hawaii trying to help save people on the beach from sharks. So they were going to release saltwater crocodiles to eat the sharks.
Did you see my comment on that?
Yeah. And so many people were like, this is a horrible idea. And like just on and on. And I'm like, they're not fucking releasing crocodiles in Hawaii, people. What the fuck is wrong with you?
I posted, I said, for everyone responding to this seriously, greetings. My name is Prince Robert of Cameroon. I have a $50 million trust, but I can't get it unless someone sends me 5,000 US. Please send me 5,000 US and I will pay you back $1 million on the second Tuesday of next week. Yeah, that's what I do when I'm doing YouTube time.
There was one that pissed me off. So it was this girl posted a picture of her. It was a young girl, like probably, I don't know, she's probably 10, 11, 12.
You told me about this one.
It's her and a boa. And one comment, and the comment was, man, how the world has changed from when I was young and had a boa. No girls and very few guys liked or had reptiles. Certainly no cute girls. That was it. That was all it said.
Yeah.
And he got torn apart as if he was a pedophile.
Yeah.
Through the whole comment section about how inappropriate that was. And that because she's a small child. I'm like, he said cute. He never said hot.
That's totally a dad comment too. Like that's what upsets me the most. Is that like he is somebody's uncle? He could be somebody's dad. He was. I mean, that girl probably was tickled pink to get the comment that she got, and they tore him apart.
People get online just to get pissed off at stuff.
Oh God, yes. Here's one. So I've got told that if your boa is shiny, your humidity is too high. But I also got told that a shiny snake is a healthy snake. So which one is it? Because all three of my snakes are shiny.
So my face gets shiny when the humidity's high. So let's go with the first one.
Here were the local people that were rehoming their baby raccoon, and people are like, "Hey!" And then 2 days later, they posted, "Which one of you bitches snitched on us?" Because the game warden showed up at our house and took them.
Which one of you bitches snitched on the fact that we put it online that we had a raccoon?
Gosh.
Oh no, this one was hilarious. It was in the retic group. Someone fed their retic a rabbit, and they came back and found this big lump of what looks like large intestine and colon and all this, and he's wondering, he's moving fine, no prolapse or anything. Unusual discoloration around the cloaca, isn't acting any different, any unusual, and wanted to know if what he saw in there was from a snake. It's 100% the large intestine that got squeezed out of the rabbit when the snake squeezed it, and it's just laying in the cage.
I don't think I sent you guys this one, but I shared it in our group where we make fun of stupid people that try to identify snakes but are like, so this guy posted in the Arkansas Snake ID group. Hey, it's a picture of himself. He says, I do have a bit of a bone to pick. Completely improper use of an ellipses. I made 3 comments to identify snakes on some tricky requests for ID in which I saw other people guess them, but they were incorrect. 4 dot ellipses after that. And my comment got removed by some anonymous admin in this group. Reason, no guessing allowed. I got 45 years of experience with snakes under my belt, ellipses. I don't guess. If I say X is what that snake is, it's because I'm sure of my assessment of the picture provided. If you are going to assume that I'm guessing, you don't got to be anonymous about it.
Don't got to be.
I expect you to leave your name and a full explanation of why you think I'm wrong and what I called a certain snake. If I'm indeed ever wrong, which I never am, you're losing your chance to correct me with this anonymous BS. So be a man, have a spine, send a PM, and say this is why we removed your comment. I'm not here to play games or mislead people who are new to the snake world. I don't appreciate anonymous flexing in any way, shape, or form.
Wow.
I'm here to learn as well as teach, so stop shutting doors. If you have to hide behind yourself, then get out of the group because you're not being a good teacher to any of us.
Motherfucker.
Okay, then.
But you told me he totally misidentified all
Totally
three.
misidentified all
all
three
three
snakes that he said he had identified.
Please.
I remember the thing that I wanted to comment on. You sent it. I think you sent it to me. Yeah. And it's about someone big in the hobby. It was a YouTube video they put out by Brian Barczyk.
Yeah.
And
I was disappointed.
The first 2 minutes in. So I know the hobby shits on Brian Barczyk. I've shit on Brian Barczyk for a lot of reasons. This is going to be probably my number one reason I have to shit on him. In his video, it's a recent one because you sent it to me.
Mm-hmm.
Someone comes in, they have a king cobra, which is, by the way, probably the prettiest king cobra.
Let me tell you what I didn't tell you is that Logan brought that to me. It was like, Dad, you have to watch this because it's just, I can't believe they're doing this. And he's 11. Yeah, go ahead.
So this is a video that not, the guy you just talked about, the snake experts, not snake experts are looking at, but people coming into the hobby, small kids, and they're going to see this stuff. It is by far the prettiest king cobra I've ever seen. It was bright orange, beautiful. Definitely. But they take it out, one, in the middle of the shop. And I'm going to go ahead and assume the shop was closed and that it's just Brian, his people, this guy, and his snake. Okay, so that's fine. But the one, they take it out. Then the guy proceeds to free handle it in the video. And Brian Barczyk begins to defend the free handling and talking about how it's so calm. And I'm not making this part up. He literally compares the motherfucker to a corn snake. Basically says it's like handling a corn snake. And then he goes on to try to backtrack and go, well, yada, yada, yada. He knows about the snake. And I don't give a shit. The moment you've said that king cobra is like handling a corn snake, get the fuck out of the hobby. And I know, dude, look, Brian Barczyk, it's one moment in an entire career and he's in a lot. But you can't put that shit out on YouTube. You can't go, handling this cobra is like handling a fucking corn snake.
Yeah.
And that was in the first 2 minutes of the video.
Yeah, that was very disappointing because I've defended Brian, several times before, but that was disappointing seeing that because kids who know nothing are seeing that and going, "Oh, I can go pick up a cobra."
Yeah, it's. I heard him say that, and I was like, "There's no fucking way he just." And that was the first thing I commented to Robert was he just compared that to a corn snake, and he goes, "Yeah,
that's exactly why I sent you the video."
Oh.
This person just hatched black milks in San Antonio. Lana, I might need you to make a stop on your way home. Not that I can afford them right now.
Here was one that our buddy JT sent us. It said, when you spend an hour looking for Houdini, aka Ronisha, her 14-foot red tick python. Red.
See what Brenda Priscilla said.
Python,
I sent the tea sipping gift through this.
Because she once again escaped her cage. I love this girl, but she is definitely a struggle because of her size. Thank goodness. Anyways.
How does a 14-foot snake get out of a cage?
There's a couple issues with this once you see the picture. First off, it's not 14 foot. Second of all, it's a fucking boa.
That's a red tail.
It's a boa. It's a boa.
She called it a red tick
tick python. Yeah. And it is an ugly ass common boa.
It's not even a pretty one.
That's maybe 6 foot long. Probably 5.5 foot long.
I was going to go 5.5.
I'm like, these people are alive. Oh, here's a great one. It was in a hognose group. I think it was another one JT sent us. Can someone help me figure out what this is? Came out of my 3-year-old male's vent, and she has totally got hognose splooge on her finger.
I posted a video, like a GIF of a glazed donut dripping on it.
No,
that was my comment.
Oh,
that's so gross.
Yeah. I was like, I really hope that they're posting this picture as a joke and know that.
It's like, so you're on a handful of.
She had a handful, all right.
You're on a handful of other groups that have been complaining, like when nature gets in the way of our nature type situation. And
there's nature in my nature.
All this fucking nature in my nature.
I want to remove it, or like come cut the trees down in my yard so I can see the forest better.
Dan Magano said that in his local neighborhood page, some woman wanted them to cut down the trees because it was blocking her view of the forest.
Like, these people are real. They exist. We can't make this shit up.
Mm-hmm.
This forest is kind of in the way of this forest.
God.
Yeah. Can you move this forest so I can see that forest?
Oh.
Let's see the other forest.
Well, you could tell about our adventure the other night.
Whoa, hey.
Stop it.
That is not this kind of podcast. But I'm glad you enjoyed it.
No, sir. The bobcat.
Oh, so we had someone in a local group, a non-animal related group, post a picture of a dead cat on the side of the road, and everybody kept talking about being a cougar.
I'm back in that group, by the way. It turns out one of my friend's wife is an admin, so she brought me back in today.
Nice.
So the picture is blurry because the guy didn't want to get out of his car. You can't see a long tail. You can't see the end of the marks that look like a cougar, but it is a tan cat. in a very grainy photo. And I said, okay, whatever. I did post it over in another group that we have that is a cougar related group.
So at 8:30, James looks at me and he goes, "Hey, Robert's going to the grocery store. You want to ride with me to find a cat?"
Yeah, because Robert was take it with me. So we drove 20 minutes to go properly ID this. And I got out of the car and it was, once you saw it, it's 100% a bobcat.
I knew it was Bobcat from the picture.
I had a feeling, but I wanted to see it in person.
No,
Just to
you
make
did
sure.
great.
And so I drove there. I took a picture of it. It's 100% a bobcat dead on the side of the road, which is also sad. But then someone in the comments was talking about how someone hitting that cat did farmers or livestock owners a favor. And I'm thinking, what fucking livestock got killed by a bobcat? Like chickens, but like no one's cow's getting taken down by a bobcat.
And if it is, it's probably a good thing because the cow was probably
And this part may be talking about my ass, but they also said saving kids. How many kids are attacked yearly by bobcats? Like
Not many.
or that can't fight off a bobcat. I mean, I've seen them. They're a pain in the ass, but it's a bobcat. Anyways, so
Have
yeah.
you been around Rick's Bobcat? How is it?
He hates Rick, but Rocky's really sweet.
Is he?
Yeah,
So it's the only cat out there that Rick can't handle, but everybody else can.
basically.
Yeah. I saw the picture he put up the other day of Kai with both paws like claws around Rick's shoulder like this, and some lady standing there. They took a picture. Rick's like, dog's getting big.
Yeah, she's gotten huge since
Yeah.
like the last time I saw her.
Yeah.
Well, like I've worked around bobcats and we'd walk in the enclosures with them.
Yeah, I was all good till Hershey tried to climb my leg, and then I was like, "Nope, I'm
Like,
good. I'll photograph."
But we never
from
walked into
outside."
an enclosure with like a cougar or anything. So I'm just thinking like when someone talks about they're glad someone killed the bobcat. I'm like, yeah. And then the next day there was a post, someone saw some coyotes and they were talking about trying to kill coyotes. I'm like, and they were getting up. Well, there was also a post we started talking about them calling them red wolves around here.
Yeah.
Because there's one study where they found some red wolf DNA in a
It wasn't
coyote.
even a study. It was a
One
guy that collected some samples and kept them in his freezer for 3 years. And then the sample got lost. So he sent the scalpel that he used to collect the sample to this lab in Virginia. And they found red wolf.
No.
Very like
in Galveston.
multiple generations back is where this would have had to come from.
Oh my god.
And so like people would argue there are red wolves in Galveston. Like there are no fucking red wolves in Galveston, Texas. There's for anybody wondering, the red wolves have been extinct in the wild, except for one population in North Carolina that is managed
The
somewhere.
reason I was able to send you that article so quick is because I have it bookmarked because that comes up all the time around here.
They feel like there's red wolf. I'm like, no, you have big. One guy's like, I've been hunting for however many years, because that's one thing you'll find on reptile groups a lot of the times too. If someone's a hunter and they've been doing something for 30, 40 years, they automatically know more than a biologist. And like you'll get like state biologists comment and they'll go, if they have an education, they don't know shit. So the whole red wolf thing, I was like, no, it's a fucking coyote.
Yeah.
Here's another post. Hey, so I have a ball python. I was wondering, do you need to keep getting them bigger in homes so they keep growing, or are they like geckos and don't outgrow their home? Cues, I want her to grow as big as she can. There's so much wrong in that
You
one.
should feed her a jumbo rat every day.
I don't English. Sorry.
Yeah. I'm in a group that's called I tried to read this and now all I do now I can only smell burnt toast.
What was the one Travis sent us the other day? It was a ball python. Like, it was one run-on sentence.
Oh yeah.
It was impossible to read. I tried my hardest. Was it literally my argument with Lana? Oh,
That must be Lily on here. You have a friend named
you have
Charles?
Yeah.
Coyotes.
Oh, it's Lily.
Look, coyotes can kill a baby cow,
Sure.
but they're not killing a full-grown cow.
Coyotes are like the most hated animal.
They fucking hate 'em.
in the United
Well,
States,
I-
and it's stupid.
What kills me about it, and I've told Robert this, it drives me nuts, is when people throw out the word invasive. Like, that's not the proper use of that word. They walked here because you killed all of the other predators.
That killed them.
And so like
Yeah.
they're here now. Like the reason you can't find cougars as often as you could, because you killed most of them. The reason there are no red wolves, you killed all of them. And then you wonder why there's coyotes.
Same reason we don't have millions of bison roaming the plains.
Yeah. Stop killing shit.
Yeah, that'll never happen.
That's
Our
true.
country was kind of founded on killing shit.
That's true.
Shit.
Hey, we said we weren't going to go 2 hours tonight. And we're an
I
hour
was
and 40
just about
minutes
to
in it.
say,
Okay.
I have hash brown casserole to cook.
Ooh, hash brown casserole.
So we're gonna need to wrap this up soon.
I'm shutting my computer down because I'm leaving in 5 minutes.
Oh, so Anyways, happy Thanksgiving to everybody.
Happy Thanksgiving.
I hope y'all have a great Thanksgiving tomorrow or whenever you listen to this. If it's today, yesterday, 2 weeks ago, whatever it is. Have a great Thanksgiving. We have a guest lined up for next week, but I got to figure out when because someone has PVC coming in, so we may not be able to do it on the day that we originally planned. So we got to figure that out. But we do have a guest that has been a long time, been on before, and we've been trying to have him on for a while. But
I already forgot who it is, but you can tell me after we're done.
Brendan hash Bruin
He just spelled it wrong. That's
Brendan got really excited and just spelled hash brown. That happens. But enjoy tomorrow. Oh, also all of y'all listening, enjoy the fact that a lot of your family's not coming to your house because you have reptiles. Another positive reason for having reptiles.
there you go.
Tomorrow is that day where you can celebrate. They're not coming to your house.
That's always my favorite when someone's like, "Oh, I'll never come to your house because you have snakes." Great, you weren't invited.
Fucking invited. So tomorrow is that day where you get to throw it back in their face that they weren't invited in the first place.
Yeah.
If someone's at your house and they look at your snake and they say something negative, tell them to fucking leave.
My
It's your
uncle's
house.
girlfriend's family's coming, and I'm not sure they know we have snakes.
Sweet.
150-ish snakes in the house, so that's gonna be interesting.
Yeah. There's only like a 7-foot Dumerals boa sitting downstairs,
like
at them,
right where you eat.
right next to where they're gonna eat. Enjoy your food and the 7-foot Dumerals boa staring at you.
Yeah.
If they want to get hold of us, James, how can they do it?
They can get hold of us on Facebook and Instagram at the Reptile Gumbo Podcast. They can get us at that's it. That's it.
And you can go to lsreptileracks.com to get your 10% off
Until Monday, using the code capital B, capital F 2021.
And it'll actually be on the pop-up tomorrow too.
Very
Should have
cool.
done it while I had my computer on.
Sweet. So that is all happening. We will have a giveaway next week. Again, next month we do have a giveaway. I know we missed this month, but we have one. I'll announce it next week. But we do have someone for that. I'm still working on our website. Hopefully by the end of Thanksgiving break, I'll have our website with our e-commerce store up, so you can order shirts and hats and all other stuff.
Darren said they're still coming, even though they know he has reptiles.
Darren, just take the reptiles out. Like put them right in the middle of the table with all the food. That'll get them out of there quick.
Well, my sister will be there tomorrow, so she'll probably spend the whole day in the reptile
room. Yeah. Well, as soon as towards the end of the day when you want people to go on, have her start just parading animals
or
downstairs.
Have her come get the big boa out.
Yeah. So remember that. Anybody, if you don't want your family there long enough, start showing them shit and see how that goes.
That Dumerals boa in the bottom enclosure she ate today. First time she's eaten since we got her.
Sweet.
Yeah, thank God. They're all eating. Knock on wood.
So y'all enjoy your Thanksgiving. We will see y'all next week. Hopefully one day I'll get this phone shit to work and y'all can call in. But that's it. Thanks for listening. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
All y'all can still hear me.